The Japanese raccoon dog, or tanooki, can be found all over the country. As an abundant species, they have earned themselves iconic status in the Japanese culture and folklore. Being of the Nectarutes genus, which is found only in a few Asian countries, these endearing creatures have become a point of intrigue for those traveling from all over the world. And thanks to their opportunistic diet, tanooki can be found scuttling through the forests as well as the cities, meaning the average traveler or local is in for a fair chance of spotting one. But to better understand the tanooki, we must talk about their mating habits, starting with their genitals.
Whoa, David, what are you doing?
I'm just giving a little bit of information like you asked.
No, I didn't ask for a dating profile. I just wanted you to give a quick introduction about the animal.
This is important.
But it's not what people want to hear.
I think I know what people want to hear. I've been doing this for 70 years, you know.
Yeah, I know.
And frankly, I find it preposterous you won't let me talk about their willies.
Look, it's my first documentary, and I just want
I don't give a bloody toss about your documentary.
All right, okay, just stop it. That's enough.
21.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my first ever serious documentary. That's right, we are going to be on the hunt for one of Japan's iconic creatures, the tanooki. I'm pulling out all the stops with this one. We got David Attenborough involved. We've got real interviews with real people. And you know we're going to find one of these bad boys. But first, I don't really know where to start. So I'm going to be interviewing someone who claims to have seen a tanooki and ask how I can get in on some of the action. Okay, we're rolling. Sorry if I'm a bit awkward. It's my first time doing a documentary. I haven't interviewed anyone before. So tell me about your experience of finding a tanooki.
The tanukis. Well, I often go on my late night walks around the area, and there's this sort of like suspicious, kind of quiet, kind of creepy sort of area where there's lots of garages. I'm always worried I'm going to get stuffed in one of them. And I was just walking, pondering my own thoughts, and I see some strange creature run across the...
Pause. All right, so when I'm editing this, I want to cut in footage of me nodding my head and agreeing and saying yeah. So we'll cut here and then into or twine some footage of that. All right, sorry.
I saw a strange looking creature run across the road.
Oh yeah, oh really? Oh yeah.
So I see it run over and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And then I go up and I see, and it has like the patterns of a tanooki. See, I
the
just
distinct tanooki markings.
Yes, and I just knew it was a tanooki.
Whoa, I've got to think of a follow-up question now. Why?
Why what? Why did I see the tanooki?
So, what advice would you give someone that wants to see a tanooki?
Go on late night walks.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Oh yeah.
And the tanooki will find you.
Cool. Thank you. So now we've found out that if I want to find one of these tanukis, then I've got to go out looking for one by myself. I got my jumper on because I'm going to be out all night. But it is so fucking hot. Now there's a lot of parks in this area. So throughout this evening I'm going to be going to different places. Going to the first park right now. So the night has just begun. I'm in my first park. I've seen nothing but mosquitoes and cockroaches. Never seen a cockroach before, so that's pretty cool. Some guy came by on his bike, and I didn't want to disturb him. And now I've realised he's just sat on one of the benches and fallen asleep, so I think I'm good to go. There's mostly cats in this park. So in the dark, when I see something run past, I get excited, but it's just a cat. So I've been out for about an hour. I've seen nothing, but I've heard a lot of chirping. I didn't know what that was, and then I looked up. At first I thought it was crickets, and then I thought it was the cockroaches running around. But it's bats. There's bats everywhere. It's awesome. Now, without repeating what David said at the beginning of this video, I'm going to give some more information about tanooki. They are a yokai, and this word means ghost or spirit, and animals, objects can have a spirit that has cultural significance. For example, foxes are seen as scary and malevolent, whereas tanukis are seen as lucky. In the folklore sense, you get statues of tanukis that are depicted as smiling, happy little animals that bring good luck, and you leave them at the front of your house. They're often depicted with tits. So I've got to find one of these. Given their opportunistic diet, they will often be found around garbage, so public parks would not be such a bad shout to find them. This is my first stop, and I think it will be the worst chance for me to see a tanooki here, so that's why I put it at the beginning. After this, I'll be going to more overgrown areas and hanging around the bins. Now, just to give you guys a glimpse of what it would look like if there was a tanooki with me right now, I'm gonna digitally engineer a picture and manifest a tanooki right next to me. So I'm gonna take a selfie. Now let's get the GPT on this bad boy. Yo, he's fucking pooing. He's fucking pooing. Yo, that's sick. No luck with this park, so we're going to the next. This way. Osaka is like a beautiful lady, and I'm in love with her vegetation. Oh hydrangea, how you change and change, back to your primal color. Park number 2. So the first thing I notice about this new park is there's so much more greenery and places for little creatures to hide in. Surprisingly less hobos as well. Right now I'm under a wisteria, which the Japanese people call a Fuji, and that's interesting because fuck, it's not actually interesting. The plan is just sort of sit here, so I'm gonna do that. If only there was a way that I could use music to compile these moments together and make them flow seamlessly.
9 plus 10.
Many MCs wanna steal my flow, many MCs wanna steal my rhythm. So they come to my front doorstep, they want my undies and my toenail clippings. Many MCs wanna steal my bars, many MCs wanna steal my clicks. Many MCs wanna be my guys, wanna be my boys, wanna be my kids. What just happened? Jumped on the flight, touchdown in Japan. What just happened? I jumped on the flight, touchdown in Japan.
It's 1:20. All I've seen is a cat take a shit, and it's literally just starting to rain. That's the icing on the bloody cake. I'm on my way to the third park. Might not be there for so long. Okay, this is park number 4. I've lost so much blood from all the mosquitoes. I'm hanging on for dear life. This place is full of shrubbery, places for little animals to hide. It might be here. There's so many benches and bushes. It's a perfect place to come sit and wait. But I tell you what, I'm just too tired. I don't know if I can do this. Now the rain stopped, that's an added bonus. This is probably the most comfortable park that I was in this evening. Over there, there's a convenience store which I'll go to and get a snack. We'll see if that makes me more tired or gives me a bit of energy. But it's not looking good for this evening's success rate. Gonna give this place the rounds, then I might need to go back and convalesce and change my strategy. Must have been in that convenience store for a long time, because when I came out, it had already been raining and now the whole joint's wet. Frick this severely. If I sit down again, the bench is going to be wet. It's going to give me a soggy bum. This is up there with the hike for some of the weirdest stuff I've done. I just want to make a serious documentary. Like, what happens if I don't find the tanookis? I'm never going to be a serious documentarian. Chocolate milk. Chocolate bread. Egg. People say, oh, James, you're crazy. James, you're a bit loopy. Like, I'm just putting it on, you know. I'm a normal guy. I'm all there. My head's working absolutely fine. This is actually a very pleasant evening. I'm having a very nice time. But I do think I should be heading back. The Tanookis have won this evening. So, I'm still a little bit tired from that night. Did not go as planned, but I've managed to organise another interview with a real local from this area, and he is going to give me all the tips and tricks I need to really find one of these Tanookis. So, Taro, the other night was a bit of a shit show for me when I went out looking. I didn't find any animals. I was just walking around the parks and I didn't have any luck. So of course, you're a local in this area, you've been living here for a while. What is your relationship with Tanookis?
Tanooki. Well, you know, like I like Tanooki soba, you know.
No, like the animal.
Oh, animal you're talking about.
Yeah, if I went out looking for Tanooki soba at night, then I would have just gone to a restaurant, I would have...
Well, I've never seen Tanooki around here.
Are they not in this area?
No, Tanooki. I mean, I've only seen like a human look like Tanooki, but no real Tanooki in this area.
But I already went out all night.
Yeah.
It rained. I was in the park. There was cats everywhere, but no Tanookis. One of them took a shit on the. But there's no Tanookis. You could have told me this before I went out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What is it? Because, like in England, we have a lot of mammals, and some of them are quite rare, like moles or something. I don't really know anything about moles, but I know we've got them in England. And now that I've got you, we should probably go over some key terminology. The word mole can be used as any indefinite pronoun, like we would use for anybody or somebody. You can use any mole or some mole, or no mole. And there's also the term mole years and mole months. And roughly a mole year is about 3 to 4 human months. It's because the mole lifespan is a lot shorter than a human. And this is important because we understand the lifespan of moles, and also when you're thinking about the gestation period of a mole, which does show up.
You came all the way to Japan to see Tanooki.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's similar one. We don't call it Tanooki. We call it Itachi.
Itachi.
Yeah. I see Itachi, but Itachi is smaller, like thinner. It's in the cities, but Tanooki is usually in the suburbs or like, more in the countryside.
Oh, so there's no chance.
Sorry, man.
Do you have moles in Japan?
What?
Moles?
Moles?
Yeah, like I don't really know anything about moles, but like I think the Japanese word for them is mogura wogura.
Ah, mogura. Well, yeah, I've seen mogura.
Have you actually?
I used to have a cat, but not in this area, and the cat used to bring mogura at home, and the cat used to eat mogura,
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
The next term is scribe mole. These would essentially be the priests of the religion for the moles that follow the stone. They are key figures in the community of the religious moles. Now, Skerpus himself, being an ancient scribe mole from many mole years in the past, was not an evil mole, but he was the mole who scribed the text of darkness, the Book of Darkness, which later was taken by dissident moles, mole years after that, to become the Word, the challenging religion that eventually took over England and started a genocide and mass enslavement. So, what do I need to do if I want to find one of these thin tanukis? What did you say their name was?
Itachi?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Itachis, you can probably see around the evening. I don't know, I think they might eat some garbage, I'm not sure.
Yeah. So go by the bins?
Yeah, or they usually come from the sewage, you know.
Oh, right, yeah.
One time I see them in the park. It was fighting. Two Itachis jumping and fighting.
I'm gonna change my method.
But if you really want to see tanuki, also, udon restaurant, they will always have tanuki statue.
Yeah, what's the meaning of these tanuki statues? I've been seeing them all over, and they have...
Yeah.
They've got boobs. Man.
Yeah, I don't know what the meaning, but it's just when we see tanuki, it means udon, you know.
So it turns out I was looking for something I was never going to find, but I haven't given up hope on the Itachis, a new animal that I'd never even heard of before. This may be something even more special than finding a tanuki, so fingers crossed. I know that I've got to go looking around the sewers or the drains, maybe around the garbage, so it should be a pretty interesting evening. And before I do any of this, I'm just going to look a little bit more around this apartment complex and see if there's anything that can help me look for one of these. So you never know what you're going to find lying around people's attics, and there's a lot here. So I'm just going to feel around. Hang on a minute. That's an original pressing of Masayoshi Takanaka's instrumental narrative album from 1981, The Rainbow Goblins. Right next to a Sony V800 vinyl player. That's not going to help me find anything. Hang on a minute. That's the 2026 reissue of Medicom Mafex's Marvel's Daredevil, equipped with interchangeable heads, hands and posable billy clubs. And wait a minute, right next to it is the Certificate of Authenticity. That's not going to help me find anything. Nah. I just got to go out on my own.
And as night fell, No Scope Nightwing 9+10 set out to find a new animal, the Itachi. But by the drains where he sat, his mind began to wander back to thoughts of Tanuki's penises.
David, that's not what I'm thinking about. Just stick to the script.
Fine. But by the drains where he sat, Taro's words rang through his head.
You came all the way to Japan to see tanuki.
And he came to a new conclusion.
This whole thing's stupid.
So I never found out where the time is high. So I guess there's no reason to stay out all night. It's a shit documentary, but you never have guessed. No scope, my 9+10, so it's taking piss. Oh, sometimes you gotta cheat a little bit when it comes to YouTube. Yes, I found a tanuki, but it was on the zoo.